MSNBC's Joe Scarborough, host of Morning Joe, had a rant against CNN on Monday for giving Donald Trump too much favorable coverage. Let's take a look at that.
I mean, you can say 9 things positive about Donald Trump. You say one negative thing about him, and you're a dummy.
Right.
I mean, you look at Hillary
from
Clinton,
his standpoint.
From his standpoint, yeah, from his standpoint.
Factually.
He'll call you a dummy and say, you know, CNN, they've been kissing up to him for months and months and months and months. I mean, they've given him extraordinary access. They have a couple of people on that say negative things on a Saturday afternoon. And he says, CNN is so negative, getting even worse as I get closer. I have 2 anti-Trump losers with zero rebuttal from my team. Turn it off!
Which is why you
after
never
CNN, no, I mean, seriously, after CNN has given him just incredible, unprecedented,
some would argue,
extraordinary access.
I'm sorry, Joe. Have you watched your own show? There's a reason why everybody went after you for being a little too cozy to Donald Trump. In fact, Matt Taibbi went after him in such an amazing fashion. I've got to read you some quotes from what he wrote. He basically called them Trump's lapdogs during the Republican primary. Quote, "Nobody who's covered the Trump run could fail to notice the increasingly hot and sweaty menage a trois between the candidate and Mika and Joe." This was back in February. This is fantastic. Even their on-air performance at the town hall last Wednesday was such a craven display of bum-licking and softballing that media critics all over the country denounced them for it. Bum-licking. That is not a visual I wanted to see, but sadly it's one that's pretty appropriate. He continues, quote, "But even assuming that it's okay for someone like Scarborough to be something less than neutral, being an advocate is different from being a slobbering yes man. There was a time in the journalism business when it was considered at least somewhat embarrassing to be caught openly shilling for a politician." Now, of course, I gotta rebut that Scarborough is no journalist. He's on cable news, where journalism goes to die. In favor, of course, punditry. Now, I do punditry, right? I do that here, but at least I'm honest about it. And while I'm doing so, I at least try to give you the facts. And the fact is that CNN, MSNBC, Fox, etc. have all given Trump billions of dollars in free coverage. In fact, according to the Huffington Post, $2 billion in free or earned media coverage. That includes exclusive interviews, town halls, phoning in on Fox and Friends, Morning Joe, and the fact that Joe does not see himself as part of the problem is sort of endemic to the reason that cable news is dying, because it's awful. I mean, look at how much coverage they've given to someone who has no policy, no concrete positions, but is a celebrity that says horrendous things. That's why people don't like corporate media. That's why. And look, to be fair, first, no one took Trump seriously, right? Until he started saying crazy-ass things. And the next thing you know, mainstream media was essentially covering him like flies on shit. And the sad thing is, while they were doing that, they ignored an actual candidate talking about actual issues. And now, of course, Joe wants to complain. No. Joe, you helped build this all by yourself. Because of you had all this free promotion for Donald Trump. You don't get to complain about something that you took part in. Shame on you, Joe. You may be right in your rant now, but you were wrong before. And that is why, well, that's why we shouldn't trust you. And that's why no one trusts cable news anymore.